Where people go to pay their respects is now looking more like a swamp. Resthaven Memory Gardens in Avon is waterlogged with headstones toppling over, and it's looked this way now for months. In fact, we reported on problems at the same cemetery back in February, and now more complaints. News 5's Taylor DeHaze talked to a family who's fed up, begging for something to be done.
For nearly a year, families with loved ones buried here say they've been battling what they're calling disrespectful cemetery conditions. A sight making her eyes sore and her heart heavy. Katie Hildebrand visits her in-laws here often, and repeatedly the same thought comes to mind.
It's disrespectful.
She finds gravestones in what she calls unacceptable conditions, even completely underwater.
Yesterday when we were out here at the cemetery, half of my mother and father-in-law's graves was submerged underwater.
The problems persisting for months.
Damage from heavy equipment that's being driven over people's graves, broken headstones, sunken headstones.
Other families still complaining to News 5, saying it's been months on end with no relief in sight. Meanwhile, at least one family is suing the Resthaven Memory Gardens to get their loved one moved. A House bill passed back in October calls for better maintenance at 4,100 cemeteries across the country, after a growing number of complaints were sent to Ohio's Cemetery Dispute Resolution Commission.
It's infuriating, especially when there are veterans buried here, there are children buried here, and they do absolutely nothing to correct these problems.
Ohio residents can report cemetery issues by filling out a complaint form, but families are complaining about being put on hold over and over again. The State Cemetery Commission says it's looking into its hotline response time. We reached out to the owners of Resthaven, but so far they haven't gotten back to us. In Avon, Taylor DeHaze, News 5.
An update.